my name is Bella and welcome to LittleKing Creations.
Woo!
My turn.
That was Bella, and my name's Ryan, and this is LittleKing Creations, like she said. And today I've got something a little bit different for you. So if this is the first time that you're on the channel, don't worry about the shouting, but don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification bell for any future content, and let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I got something a little bit different for you today. I've actually got two guests with me, and they are all the way from China. So, yeah. This is my brother. This is Lloyd.
Hi.
And this is Emma, his wife, my sister-in-law.
Hi.
And like I said, they are all the way from China, and they just got home about a week ago. And I thought it would be cool to chat to them about life that's been happening on that side and how things have been sort of on the ground. But before we get into that, I just wanted to let you know who they are. So maybe just tell us who you are, how long you've been living in China, where you're living, what you're doing there. Yeah.
Okay, so we've been living in China for the last 2.5 years. Lloyd and I teach at an international school, and our 3 kids attend that school. We are in a city called Qingdao, and Lloyd can tell you where that is.
So Qingdao is on the east coast of China, in a province called Shandong. It is very not too dissimilar to Cape Town. On the ocean, beautiful mountains, but nothing as beautiful as Cape Town. So we've been living there just over for 1.5 years at the moment. Yeah.
So the big news at the moment worldwide is obviously coronavirus. I'm sure most of you would have seen memes going around and gotten a couple yourself, but I thought maybe they could talk us through what life's actually been like there, because we're sitting all the way halfway across the world in South Africa reading news reports about things, but it's always good to just get a different perspective about those that are living there. So what's actually been happening in the country, or where you're actually staying?
Okay, so we had just gone on to Chinese New Year break, so we had a 2-week break when the news of the virus breaking out surfaced. We followed the news daily, and the government obviously tried to take control of the situation and every day implemented new things. So by the end of the Chunjie break, which is Chinese New Year break, we had told to be confined to our homes. It was a gradual process as they realized how serious the situation was getting. So by the time we left, we had to wear masks when we went outside. We had to make sure we were washing our hands a lot, sneezing into our elbows, that kind of thing.
Being quarantined for this time period that we've been looked very different to how things were before in China. So when we left for a week just before that, or a week and a half before that, the roads were empty. Not many people at the shops. Obviously people were being quarantined or self-quarantined in their homes to protect themselves from the virus and the spread of the virus. And then as you would go out to shops, we were required to wear masks as things got more and more difficult in the country and they're trying to contain things. When you went into the shops or supermarkets, you had to have temperature checks, write your name on boards. And when you went back into complexes are like gated complexes like we would in South Africa call flats. They would check that you are who you are. And so the checks were happening and the roads become more and more empty. So people just trying to contain themselves in their homes to protect themselves. So that's what it was like just as we left China.
So obviously this is a bit different, but because this is a tech channel, because we talk about filmmaking, editing, I obviously spotted something that they're currently doing here in South Africa, but still achieving their goals and those sort of things applicable to China. So they obviously teach, and they're using technology here that assists them to still be able to do their everyday work. So maybe chat to us about what you actually use, what do you do, and how do you still go about achieving your everyday tasks while using technology here in South Africa?
I'll go. So I'm the athletic director at this particular school we're at, and I'm also the testing coordinator. And Emma is
I teach ELS, which is English Language Support, and I do marketing and communications.
Oh yeah, I also teach PE, by the way. So obviously, being in an international school setting, there are students from all around the world, and most of them or some of them are back in their home countries, and with China being 6 hours ahead of South Africa, we have to use the different mediums of communication that are available to do our jobs and to communicate with our students wherever they are.
Okay, I just want to say, I want to contextualize this. So because government has restricted people moving around, and especially people meeting in groups, schools are closed. So our school was due to go back to start again on February the 3rd, but we were not allowed to go to school. So our school, and actually many international schools in the area, have adopted a home-based learning program. So the school was aware that many of its foreign staff and many of its students were in fact outside of China. Many people have gone back to their home countries, or just gone to countries around China like Thailand or wherever. So no one's not many people are in the city, and not many people are within the same time zone.
Yeah, what she said. So with regard to all these students being all around the world, we have to still do our jobs. We still are on a timeline from our school as to the assessments of how we assess students and the communication with regard to students and how they need to do learning on an online platform. And so we use different tools, applications to teach our students and to assess our students. Some of the applications that we use,
basic email, we use WeChat, we use RocketChat, and then for the school learning apps we have Class Dojo, TurnItIn, Moodle, OneNote. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that is it.
What I'm going to do is I'll actually link two things below. I'll link all the apps that they've mentioned below. So if you're a teacher, if you're looking to streamline some of your communications, whatever you're looking to do in that sort of space, you can definitely have a look at some of the apps and maybe see how it works for you. Also, I'll link below what's currently going on with the coronavirus. So with a link to the World Health Organization where there's some Q&A, things you can read up about the actual virus, just to equip yourself with all the knowledge that you need.
I wanted to say one more thing. There are two other platforms that we use. One is called Schoology, and the other one is called Zoom. Zoom is very similar to Skype, and so just how I use it every day is that at 9 o'clock South African time, I communicate with my PE team, and they're sitting in different parts of the world, and so we have a 40-minute conversation where we have a conversation about what we should be doing for the rest of the day or for the week, and so that's what we do every day, just to touch base.
Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on what's happening in China, what's happening in my world, and that is it. So
don't forget to like.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell
for future content, and hit a comment below if you have any updates about coronavirus, if you want to know more about the communication apps or anything, and we'll see you in the next one. Cool. I didn't know how to end the video. I will end it somehow.
This is a Korean thing.
What?
It's a heart.
But you're not in Korea.
I know. Half of Qingdao is Korean. 再见.
再见.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Go
So
China.
So let me end it. I'll end it later.